I don't know. Did you guys hear this joke? Like, what was Usher's favorite dish that his mom would make?
I don't know.
Herpes.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 51 of a Saratoga Sports Pod. It's me, John. To my right, I have the vice president of the Knicks, Mr. Worldwide West.
And everywhere I'll go, I leave a worldwide mess. How's it going, everybody? I hope y'all had a great week.
And
I
then-
sure did.
To my left, just in transition, just on his damn phone, Mr. Justin Thomas.
You do it on purpose now.
Yeah, he definitely does.
This
You
time,
do-
actually,
you
no.
do it-
Today
you do
I
it
He
on
picked
purpose.
it up right as I started.
Today
the
I did it
intro.
on purpose. Usually, most days, no, I don't. I
He doesn't pay attention when we start,
just don't pay attention when we start.
and then he never listens. So
Pay attention
or
to the-
watches.
So today-
I'm
because
just
we got
here for the
YouTube.
important things.
So today it was just like, all right, and so we have just on his phone, Justin.
I got to keep
Yeah.
on brand,
All right, I
though. That's
understand.
my
Is
brand.
it? That's your brand now.
That's my brand.
Yeah,
If
good
he's
to-
Worldwide West, you're the intro guy. Matt
intro
is the
guy.
producer extraordinaire. I got to have something. So
I
I'll
mean,
be just on my phone.
he had pen names, but he's not a writer anymore.
That was when we couldn't have the studio. That's before we were big time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that. And then we are in regrown recordings as always, so we already have the Saratoga soundman himself, Mr. Matt.
Hello.
And yeah, we here nice and early for you guys. Morning recording session.
Boo.
I don't mind it. I like being here earlier with you guys. This is nice. Usually,
It's cool. I just don't like getting up.
Yeah, I
so
know.
there's that.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I know. I just
To be fair, you do kind of do this to yourself.
Oh, I
knew-
decided
no,
to
no,
live
no.
45 minutes away from Regrown Studios.
No,
That's
not that.
boo.
Not that. You could have went to sleep at a decent time.
No. Even if I go to bed at a decent time, I still got to wake up earlier.
Yeah, but then you could have got more sleep.
I don't think you're understanding the premise here, John.
well,
Hey, man.
we got a lot for you. We got a lot for
Yeah,
you.
this is gonna be a jam-packed episode, man. Sports are back, like for real.
Yeah, for sure. We had and I told y'all already. Like this Saturday was crazy. Everything that was going on, it was like one headline after another, And considering how last pod went, it's just kind of ironic how this weekend played out. So I mean, I guess I'll just rip the Band-Aid right off. Justin, let us know, man. What's the word, man?
Honestly, it's I'm happy. It's one of those.
Just that it's over.
I'm happy that it's over, yeah, so we don't drag it on. But then, as more reports started coming out, I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad Jamal Adams is gone. If you guys haven't heard, over the weekend, Jets traded Jamal Adams to the Seahawks for Bradley McDougal, 2 first-round picks, and a third-round pick. Hey, I'm looking up his stats, man. He's solid safety.
Okay.
Similar, he has more interceptions. Doesn't play the run as well, but he is better coverage. So, it's not a replacement for an all-pro caliber safety like Jamal Adams. But when you have a guy that literally didn't want to be here, and I mean literally,
Yeah.
it was bad to the I was giving Jamal the benefit of the doubt, even though I in last pod I would say I'd take a wide receiver over Jamal, but I was still giving him the benefit of the doubt in the contract situation. But then the report comes out that he was literally texting
The Cowboys
players on the Cowboys
I have a question about
to
this.
come get him. That's crazy.
That's
Where
really
did
what,
the
that's really what he was
where
saying.
did the report
Oh,
come
man.
from?
ESPN.
Okay,
That came from
that's
ESPN?
what I wanted
Oh
to know.
man,
because
I didn't know that.
I honestly thought I was thinking about it this morning, and I thought it might have been just a New York media smear campaign like with Chris Tapps.
Nah, it was the dude
That's why I
on-
wanted to see if it was in
I think
New
it was
York.
on NFL Live.
Okay.
I forget
Or,
what his name is, but he was saying there was sources say he was
Yeah.
texting right around the time when at the trade deadline when they were fielding calls for Jamal. But that's the thing. As a good GM, you're supposed to. You can take
You're supposed to
calls.
listen to
Nobody
calls,
says you have to hang up the phone. You can listen. Oh, we want Jamal. Okay, what are you gonna give me? Oh, we're gonna give you this. Nah, not interested.
Nah.
You can do that. if it'd be different if they were shopping Jamal. That was the thing. I think that's where it kind of got misconstrued, and he had the statement of, "Oh well, the Patriots don't shop, don't take calls on Tom Brady. The Rams don't take calls on Aaron Donald." Well, Tom Brady and Aaron Donald don't text other teams and tell "Yo, tell your GM to come trade for me."
Was he
They also
doing
got
that
paid, though.
before though?
They
That
also
was
got paid.
after the report came out that they were taking calls.
That he started texting.
That
them.
he started texting
So
Cowboys players.
so that's what I'm saying. So do you think he started texting them because he was like, "Yo, they're shopping me. I might as well try and go somewhere I want to go."
Yeah, but that's selfish. That's not how would I feel as a teammate, right? If this is supposed to be the leader of my locker room, right, and it says, "Oh, I'm a Jet for life," thing like that, and you're texting other players on teams, especially a team that we played earlier in the season. Yo, tell your GM to come trade for me. Like, how am I supposed to feel? Like you don't fucks with us like that? Like, that's just mad selfish. So.
There was a report that came out, and it basically was saying that Jamal had told the Seahawks that he'll play for his contract this upcoming season. So that kind of just tells me right there, just going off of what you're saying, it wasn't even about the money. He didn't want to be in a Jets uniform.
If he wanted, my thing is if he was gonna be on a non-contending team, he needed to be paid, and I get that.
It was a situational thing. Like
Yeah.
if the Jets give him $100 million in February, he's playing for the Jets next season.
absolutely.
Well, of course,
Because
because they're giving him the money.
Yeah, and then the article in the Daily News.
But I get it.
comes
though.
out.
I get it because we've spoken about the game of football. We've spoken about injuries. We already know there's not a lot of guaranteed money out there. And then it's like, do I risk getting hurt on a non-contender and possibly fucking up my back later on, or do I risk getting hurt for a team that might be playing something that can actually help me?
I mean, it's
I agree with the locker room thing. I get that. I think that's super fucked up. But I can also see him being like, I was with the shits, but then if y'all are shopping me, I might as well have some say in it.
well, that's the
So
thing.
did he, like it's a lot of he said, she said, like in the sense of what if he was just hurt? You know what I mean? It was one of those giving him the benefit of the doubt situation. What if he's like, damn, y'all, I was really with y'all, but if y'all out here taking offers, like he just took it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Like that's like the sensitivity of athletes sometimes is astounding. But I mean, and I kind of get where he's coming from, but at the same time, bro, you're in your third year, right? You're great.
24, right?
24 years old, yeah. But dog, you got to realize there's only like maybe 5 guys in the NFL that are untouchable. Like maybe, right?
None of them are safeties.
None of them are safeties.
That's true.
You know, 4 of them are three of them are quarterbacks. 2 are like Texans would never trade away J.J. Watt.
Aaron
Donald's not going, but everybody else, because we thought Khalil Mack was untouchable. Look what happened. Khalil Mack is traded from the Raiders, right? Tom Brady's untouchable. He decides where he wants to go. I think Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers are in that same boat as well.
It's mostly quarterbacks that are untouchable.
Yes, and you have to be the elite of the elite quarterbacks to be untouchable like
It's either
that.
quarterbacks or linemen who have been there for like 10 years.
So if the Jets were shopping Jamal, it'd be a different story. He took it as they were shopping, and when they all ate everyone just like, oh, somebody called me. I'm just being polite, listening. Oh, And hey, look, what the Jets got out of it was an amazing haul. I mean, they got more than the DeAndre. 2 first-rounders, a safety, and a third-round pick.
That's not Bill O'Brien couldn't get one.
Yeah, I know.
He couldn't get one.
Well, Bill O'Brien,
He's Bill O'Brien.
he's Bill O'Brien. He's in his own case, but I don't know. I feel like draft picks are just that until it's we don't know.
Especially in the NFL, you can get good talent anywhere.
It's an unknown, and I mean I get it. I understand. Don't get me wrong. Disclaimer: I understand why he was traded with all of this that's going on. He didn't want to be a Jet because if he wanted to be a Jet, none of this other stuff with the Texans and Cowboys things would have happened. I didn't even know that was going on for real, but I just don't believe that. Like, especially with you're a Jets fan, so you know how inconsistent y'all draft picks be. And I feel like even another thing that people aren't talking about is with the college football season potentially not even about to happen this next season, 2021 draft pick means what?
But that's the thing, right? So I've seen a difference in, and there is right to have skepticism when it comes to Jets draft. The front office has been off. I mean, just in the last 10 years, McCagnon, Idzik, Tannenbaum, right? There was
Damn, y'all had that many GMs in the
bro,
past?
in the past 10, 11 years, yeah.
It's not like the fucking Knicks with their head
It's
coach.
just a revolving door, right? The Jets have traded away their last 6 first-round picks.
It's like the fucking Mavs.
Yes. Leonard Williams traded to the Giants. Calvin Pryor gone. Sheldon Richardson gone. Who else was up? Jamal Adams now gone. Right. So I trust in Joe Douglas. He comes from a stable organization, which none of those other guys came from. Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was the assistant under.
He's had the best draft in fucking
He's had
years.
the best draft. I mean, he killed this draft. Right. I could have never in a million years thought we'd get Denzel Mims where we got him. Right.
Right.
And I think that
I was lucky though, but
But the rest of the draft,
yeah,
so-
that's all drafting is luck,
yeah,
right?
right. You're right.
But
That's a fact.
I will say,
I mean,
just
hey, look at Steph
because oh boy,
That one hurt.
But
That one hurt.
I will say
Luck.
though,
That one hurt a lot.
to Miles's point, we don't know what the college football season is going to be like. You know, a lot of leagues or conferences are going conference only, so which isn't really a big deal because you're only missing like 2 non-conference games, and they're always against garbage teams anyway.
That's a fact.
But it will be different. You know,
It
different
hurts
circumstances.
later round picks, if anything.
Yes. And with the first round picks, you don't have to use them. You could trade them away for other pieces to build your team. I like how one of the things that he said that Joe Douglas said when he took over the job was he called Sam Darnold's mom actually and said, "I'm going to do everything I can to protect your son." Right? And what did he do? Drafted Mekhi Becton, went out, got a few really solid offensive lineman pieces. It got rid of the garbage. You know, Kelechi Osemele's now with the Chiefs. Good luck with that, Pat Mahomes.
I really forgot that you guys had Kelechi Osemele.
And he was supposed to be nice because he had a really good season with Oakland the year before.
Yep.
And ended up
right after having a good ass season with the Ravens, they got him paid.
and he only lasted like 6 weeks with the Jets. Got that weird injury, and then we cut him. It's sad to see a talent like Jamal Adams leave. Jamal Adams, the person, I'm glad he's not here anymore.
You're not with the shits anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
And it's I tried to ride for him as long as I could, but just the way he acted through this whole thing, and then the smear campaign piece in the Daily News, where he calls out Adam Gase, but Adam Gase is a terrible coach.
That's what I like. I feel like
All right. All right.
I'll say this. I feel like the easiest way to get off a team is to criticize the head coach.
I think it was for me. It hit more because he criticized Joe Douglas, who hasn't done anything wrong.
I didn't even know that. I just
Yeah,
heard
And you
the-
know
I
what's
just heard
crazy
Adam
about
Gase
that?
part.
That whole thing about him criticizing Joe Douglas? He said that Joe Douglas came out and said that none of Jamal Adams' comments was the reason why he got traded. I don't.
Well, you can't say yes.
You can't?
Have you been like, oh yeah, it was because he spoke out? They're not gonna say that.
They're not going to say it's strictly because of that,
Yeah.
but I do think it played a part.
It definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
It definitely-
when
that's what
somebody
I'm
throws
saying.
you 2 first rounders,
Yeah.
that's
Because at the same time, him speaking out hurts his capital.
Yeah.
Because then people are gonna be like, oh, this guy's an issue.
but now you know. But there was guys around the league tweeting out about they weren't really feeling how Jamal was acting, especially in the last few, I think the last 2 days before the trade and then the day after.
Yeah.
He was moving funny, and then he had the whole situation with Lev Bell, and Lev Bell took offense to it because Jamal was the one that he recruited Lev Bell to the Jets, and he was like, "Yo, you dip. I'm only here for a year, and you dip. That's the hell, bro."
Yeah.
I mean,
So
he helped him. He helped. Fucking.
And he helped him get paid.
He helped him got paid, and now Le'Veon basically saying bro, what's up with you? Nah, I ain't fucking with that. That's wild.
It's you brought me here. We were supposed to do this, together, and now you up and leaving. The fuck.
Yeah, nah. Maul kind of did it to himself, but at the same time, he's in a much better situation.
No, he is.
He got what he wanted.
He'll eventually. I mean, it's still not a guarantee, but he may eventually still get paid.
He's gonna get paid by someone. I don't think it's gonna be Seahawks.
It's not gonna be
I
Seahawks.
feel like the Seahawks is they need him to win type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy thinking that
But I am glad that they didn't get a receiver.
that we didn't get a receiver.
Didn't get a receiver. I don't
Wait,
honestly. I
when?
don't feel like
From
them having.
us, or?
No, in general.
Oh,
I feel like because I don't feel like them having Jamal. It's gonna help for sure because he's an impact player. But I don't think that was their biggest need.
no, it's not. Their offensive line is their biggest need.
So that's why I'm like to me, their defense was more like the rich got richer, but their positions of need still didn't get better. And that's my whole thing is no really good wide receivers on the Seahawks. which sucks for Russ, but it makes him less dangerous.
DK Metcalf's good.
I know, but it's not like if Antonio signed with them, who just retired again.
I mean, did he? Because I guarantee you he's going to come back out of
Oh,
retirement.
yeah, he's absolutely
in
going to.
Maybe like 3 weeks. As soon as that first training camp door opened, everybody's like, damn, I kind of miss this. All right, I'm sorry, Roger.
All right, sorry. Go
I'll
back
come
to what you were saying.
But, wait, in terms of what, the Seahawks or?
I just remember cutting you off.
I don't remember.
All
But
right,
either way, you know, my friend that's a Giant fan kind of made a good point. He said that Jamal was acting like how people portrayed Odell to be acting in the days before he got cut. And
that is fact.
And I'm trying to think. I'm like, all right. And people use like that whole Lisa Salters, Josina Anderson, the interview with him. And when you look at it, he's like with him and Lil Wayne, like he didn't really say anything detrimental about the Giants, the organization, or anything. It was just
Odell got a raw deal.
He did.
He got a raw
New
deal.
York media.
And
That's it.
That's what's crazy is that Jamal Adams has acted like a spoiled brat this entire time. Odell really wasn't doing that. Like, yes, his antics on the field may have been like, kind of tone it down a little bit.
I think it's because of the little brother team. And the fact that Odell's a wide receiver, because we already know wide receivers are already always written off as prima donnas.
Right. And he still got paid.
Pretty boy.
That's a shit that sucks about it. Yeah, Odell got a raw deal though. I always said that. That's why I still ride for him. Except for when we argue about Jamal and Odell and what the Jets needed. But that argument is obviously irrelevant now. It is.
I'm my only thing with Jamal is funny because like the whole speaking out against the coach thing. I'm only like the only reason why I'm cool with it is because it's Adam Gase. That's it.
Oh,
because I know those comments are deserved and needed to be said.
Because they're true. Like,
that's why. And it's like
he's a horrible coach.
And the worst thing is that Joe Douglas didn't hire him.
It's weird because
he was there before Douglas came, right?
He was there like a week or two before Douglas came.
Yeah, so it's not like Joe Douglas could be like, "Yo, you gotta go," and that's what needs to happen.
But that's also the problem with the Jets is that, and I was talking to my dad about this, the Jets do everything backwards because you're supposed to, when you clean house and start over as a franchise, right, you're supposed to hire a GM first. The GM is the one that picks the coach, all right, because the
GM decides what identity he wants to bring.
Exactly, right? But when you keep having a revolving door where it's like, all right, we hire a coach, right, then we hire a GM. Then we fire the coach and we hire a new we fire the coach, hire a new coach that the GM didn't pick. Then we fire that GM. Like that was a problem with Rex Ryan and John Idzik, is that neither of them was the guy they wanted, and it was a volatile situation because Rex wanted to, keep building the defense, right? Idzik had different ideas, and that blew up, right? And the process just kept going up through bowls. Now we have it here where it's still Adam Gase was selected by the team. I don't know who that committee is that picked Adam Gase over Mike McCarthy.
Your boy Woody,
like,
who hopefully can get out the paint soon.
Waithith Woody.
I need them to sell the team.
Hopefully he can get out the paint soon. But it's the NFL. The players don't got the power like to Donald Sterling him.
You know what's crazy is that for all the slack that Dolan gets for the Knicks, Woody Slides has flown very far under the radar. And the Jets have been mediocre, like, just about the entire 2000s. 7 playoff appearances, 2 trips to the AFC Championship. That's it. We have almost just as many losing seasons.
20 years.
We have just as many losing seasons as we do winning seasons.
Yeah.
Like, and has done nothing to make this team better. Aside from pair up with the Giants and give us a absolutely horrendous-looking MetLife Stadium. That's his claim to fame.
And being racist.
And being racist.
Waithist.
The ambassador to the UK.
You better hope fucking just some more shit comes out to him.
Yeah.
Get him out the paint, man, because that's their only hope at this point.
Yeah. Then it's like, who buys the Jets? And who wants to buy the Jets?
J-Lo and A-Rod.
Gary V.
Keep those guys away. I don't need them to buy my team.
Gary V wants to buy the Jets.
Who's Gary V?
You know who Gary V is?
No, who that?
He's Gary Verchin. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Vernichuk?
Vernacular?
He's like this super like investment guy. Like
Venture capitalist.
Yes.
Very Vaynerchuk.
yes,
A
dude, he's dope.
Belarusian.
He's awesome.
Belarusian American.
Like when you talk about like he literally is out here. He's like, yo, like all I do is just give advice. At this point.
everybody that's filthy rich is under 5'9". It's crazy.
Bro, watch his episode of Hot Ones because he was famous before that, obviously. But that's how I found out about him. And like when you hear him talk, you're just like,
This man
This dude
sings too.
no.
Oh no, this is the wrong person. Sorry.
That's the wrong Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah, no, I found him.
Nah, but he's
Oh yeah,
he's dope.
definitely
And he
a Jets fan.
yeah, no, he's like an immigrant kid who like his thing of how he became Americanized was through football. So he's a huge Jets fan.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I said before, like I feel like he would be a good
Yeah,
owner
nah,
for you guys.
his net worth is only 160 million.
No,
Next.
no, he would get it with like
Yeah,
other
no,
people.
he would need
Yeah,
that's
Wait, his net worth is only what?
160 million.
Peasant. Ew.
Right.
But hey man, y'all gotta do
He
something.
got
man.
less money than A-Rod and J-Lo. Oh, no.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Y'all gotta do something.
Hopefully, maybe Joe Tsai, who owns the Nets, can buy the Jets.
We all wish we had great owners and ownership. John, don't say anything, please don't, because if you say anything about the Mavericks, I'm going to like spill my coffee on myself.
All right, I can just talk about the Ravens.
But I say that's why you play. That's why your team plays in an airplane hangar. Anyways,
A beautiful one.
it's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Jamal though. I ain't gonna lie, he was entertaining to watch on the field. I mean, he's definitely gonna be great in Seattle. I'm not gonna lie. I think seeing him with Pete Carroll in that defense is gonna be
Seeing him on
like
a
You'll see him this year.
seeing him and Bobby Wagner
gonna
in
see
the
him
box.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
December 14th. I think it's
If there's a
back-to-back
season.
weeks.
Oh, this we not. Oh yeah,
Back-to-back
not,
weeks.
I think it's because you guys play the Seahawks
We
this year
do.
too. Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
think it's
they're just gonna
back-to-back
stay in
weeks
New
that they play.
If there's a regular season.
Yeah,
I think we go out there though.
I think I'll do. Yeah, I mean, it's not
That's
happening.
tough,
'cause
though.
we're not-
I
we're
was
not-
gonna
we're
say
not-
if
we're-
you're in New York, it would be like a nice if they like. I don't see the Jets ever beating the Seahawks, but if they made
Last
it
time
competitive-
I remember the Jets in Seattle in December, Brett Favre shat the bed. So
yeah,
it's not going to be
Pete
good.
Carroll got it out for y'all too. I mean, ex-Jets head coach Pete Carroll.
Well, he needed to, but he wasn't good as the Jets head coach. And I think he
I know.
needed that, like it's almost like John
Failure.
Calipari.
Yeah.
Like how he needed like to be not humbled, but like get that experience in the professions. All right, man. Then goes beast at USC, and he gets the job at
like
the
Matt Rule.
Seahawks.
So you're
like Matt Rule.
okay. So you're saying that eventually
It's part of his origin story.
Calipari is going to end up in the NBA. That's
I don't think. Well, no, I don't
Not
think
anymore.
Calipari's going back together. I think
Not
he's
anymore.
he's too good at what he does now.
But I don't know, man. With the way shit is changing,
Didn't you just sign a lifetime contract?
did he? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty
actually,
yeah.
he did.
Like
Yeah.
he's there.
Lifetime. A few niggas signed lifetime contracts.
The only person I know of is fucking Allen Iverson for Reebok. So
Like I say, he's going to go down as one of the greatest college basketball coaches of all time.
Oh,
when
absolutely.
He's finished.
Absolutely.
his pros are whack though.
His what?
As a pro, you talking about in the pros?
Yeah, Kentucky's pros are like
Oh, Kentucky's pros.
they don't win.
Okay, all right. Team success or personal success? So I'm about to say they've had a lot of really good players.
No, but they don't win.
Well, they've been on bad. Well, you know
no,
why?
You can say the same thing about Duke players.
No, you can't.
Kyrie.
Kyrie's won.
Kyrie.
Who else? Grant Hill. Oh, well, he never won.
JJ Redick.
Did JJ Redick? No, he didn't win.
He's had team success though. He's played in the finals.
I'm about to say Christian
Joe.
Laettner was on team success.
Fucking
team success.
DeMarcus Cousins was the first Kentucky player to play in a finals.
You said who?
DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins was the first one to play in the finals?
That's
Yeah.
a lie.
Nah, it can't be. Lamar Odom.
Calipari Kentucky player?
Rondo.
Well, I mean, he was a UMass coach at the time.
So that's what I'm
Wasn't
saying.
Rondo at? Wasn't Cal at Kentucky when Rondo was at Kentucky?
I don't know. I just remember these numbers that were being pulled up, and I was like, I get it. You get on bad teams, but
But they get on bad. I mean,
but also, this is a little recency bias in the sense that the one and done rule has ruined a lot of prospects. So
I will say his latest guys haven't been as good. But I mean, you can
this
say
is
like,
one and done has just ruined
Yeah.
the talent pool for the most part.
Let's see, because now I'm actually curious. List of Kentucky Wildcats in the NBA draft. Let's see.
like
let's
Eric
see.
Bledsoe.
I don't know when Calipari became okay. Cat. No, let me start earlier. Rondo. Was the most recent one, but I don't know if Calipari was coaching then.
I'm looking at it.
He might have been.
Rondo was drafted in what 07? Because he was part of that 08 Celtics championship.
I love how we end up inserting topics.
He started coaching in Kentucky in 09.
In 09.
Oh,
So,
no,
yeah,
okay,
so Rondo indeed does not count.
Okay, so he has.
So let's see. 09. So John Wall,
Yep.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yep.
Oh, Jody Meeks, NBA champion.
Oh.
That ends
There you go.
That ends it right there. Yeah. A lot of other people that definitely didn't play in finals, but
That are
decent players
all-stars.
nonetheless. But I mean, all right, yeah, Kyrie won for Duke, but outside of Kyrie, Duke's success hasn't been really that great either, if you think about it.
One and done. It's one of those schools that people don't actually get to develop how they should.
No, but they have quite a few guys that are really good that aren't one and dones that still don't do anything. Like, I was to say great. Like they have a lot of really great college players, like Grayson Allen. Mm-hmm. Grayson Allen was a really great player at Duke, but I knew he was going to be scrubs in the league, which he is. I mean, he's at the back of the bench for Memphis. So
he's on the Grizzlies now.
Yeah,
shit. I remember
he used to be on. He was on Utah, and then he went to Memphis.
I don't know, man. Calipari got some tough heat in the league right now.
Plumlee's great at Duke, but decent in the NBA.
Well, yeah, but Calipari got all-stars though. Like
he has superstars
and all-star caliber players.
You got
outside of Book Towns and Bam, you got
AD.
You got AD. You got Jamal Murray, De'Aaron. That's not all-stars, but will be all-stars. Shai Gilgeous, Hero, whatever. And then obviously, you got the old niggas, fucking John Wall and Boogie. But
I worry about John Wall, man.
Bledsoe.
Yeah.
I really worry about John Wall.
Yeah,
he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
I already know how I feel about one and done.
I don't even know how we got onto this topic, but yeah, I don't know.
Listen, because of it was the Pete Carroll thing.
Oh, Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Calipari, Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah. I don't know. Pete Carroll, man.
I mean,
hey, look, and you know what's crazy is that Colin Cowherd was talking about like how maybe we. I know he sucks. He was talking about like how this was like
Peenhead. Literally.
And he's a LeBron meat writer. I feel like everybody on FS1 is LeBron meat writers. Him, Nick Wright, and Shannon Sharp. They're like
so half of the panel.
Yeah.
Now
Skip.
Hold on now, Skip.
I love Shannon though,
but
I don't. That nigga be
Fuck,
cooning.
I love Shannon Sharp.
That nigga.
Really?
Be cooning.
He's entertaining,
bro. No, he's not. That
nigga
be cooning, bro. He's on there. Bro.
I actually don't watch enough.
Yeah,
but
bro, there was
I just be seeing clips. So.
All right, well, whatever. He don't really do it as much anymore. But like when LeBron was like in the finals, like I guess like maybe like 2 years ago, like he was just on some cooning shit.
Can you provide an example?
Or
just explain?
Continue speaking.
All right, but anyway, there was like the conversation of like, oh, maybe we should take some power away from like Pete Carroll because he has like big say in like who like their draft picks and things like that, right?
Why would you take power away?
And
from
I'm
a
like,
successful coach?
So we use the example like, oh, you can't give away like 2 first.
Oh, that yak. I forgot about that.
You never, you mean to tell me you never wanted to come to work with the silky on? Just
that was not a silky.
That's definitely a poly, bro. Can we show this picture like to people?
I can pull it up.
All right, cool. Yeah, he be cooning, bro.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that yak.
He be cooning, bro.
Yeah,
he was smoking backwards on that shit, wasn't he?
The miles and that. Yeah,
he definitely was talking about. Bro, he was talking about smoking Henny and backwoods on live TV, and I used to get into an argument with my mans about this all the time. I would be like, yeah, this nigga's cool. He'd be like, no, he not. He bringing the culture to light. This, that, and I'm like, bro, if niggas is associating our culture with polyester do rags, backwoods, and fucking Hennessy and red Solo cups, bruh. That's a terrible representation of on Fox.
Yeah, you got
Sports.
that. You got that. Yeah, you got that.
Exactly
Thank
Fox
you.
Wants
That's all. That's like right. That's all I'm saying.
I'll give him recently. He's been good though.
He lost me, but all right.
All right.
That's,
I can understand him losing you.
Yeah.
He has been outspoken in the past recent months, which has been good. Though.
He has.
Using his platform
I've seen videos. Yeah, you know.
And then outside of the cooning, he is entertaining.
Yes. Okay.
Because even
we can meet.
All right, cool. Even Hard Knocks, Shannon Sharp, it's classic.
Have you seen his old videos, like when he was playing with the Broncos, of his trash talk?
Yeah, it's fucking
oh my god.
Now he's a problem. He's all the fame tight end.
Yeah, he's a whole. Yeah, right. At the end of the day, this man.
But
These niggas is freak athletes, dog.
oh boy.
That's the thing. If you
This
listen,
nigga really
if you-
had. I can't get over. He really had the VSOP on live TV, bro. This nigga was different.
If you, all I'm saying is, if you speak like that, you either gotta fight or you gotta be better than everyone or something. Because you already know he was going. That's what, bro. I said this. If I had a lisp growing up, I would just have to fight all the time because no one would respect you.
Yeah, that's a fact. You have to defend your honor every 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Like Scott Malkison. Oh man.
Who the fuck is Scott Malkus?
Never mind. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, maybe I would, but
There's a South Park reference.
I mean, I watched South Park.
Then you'd know who Scott Malkison is.
I don't fucking remember. I'm sorry. I'm
I've
disappointed.
got Malkison. I have diabetes.
I remember that shit. Yo, oh my
Farmer used to
goodness.
flame him. Oh man.
Oh,
But anyway, back to my original point. They were saying like, Colin Cowell was saying like, take some power away from Pete Carroll because he can't be trading away for 2 first-rounders and a player and a third-rounder, right? And my thing is, when was the last time the Seahawks ever even used their first-round picks, right? Because you figure, right, Russell Wilson, not a first-round pick, all right? The Legion of Boom, none of them were first-round pick guys, all right? Was it DK Metcalf?
Dropped out of the first round. I'm so mad we didn't draft him too.
Who? Tyler Lockett, undrafted.
But that's just
Oh,
that's
that's
just
what
that's
we're
just the
talking
nature
about.
of the NFL, though. If you think about it, like they're as great of a talent is
Draft
in
position does not
in the
matter in
first
NFL.
first round. Everybody can get drafted later on. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, literally 6th-round draft pick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Dakota was undrafted, wasn't he? No,
Dakota?
Dakota was like a fourth.
Dakota was 4th.
fourth. Russ was a third.
Russ was a 3rd.
I feel like Rodgers was a first.
Rodgers was 1st.
I
He
don't-
dropped, but he was a first
Yeah,
rounder.
and that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Lamar was a 1st.
barely, but he was a
Barely.
first, though. Right.
Hey, we traded back in so we could lock him up for 5 years.
Shut up, John.
But that's the thing. Like, I mean, look how many misses there are. Geno Smith was a first-round pick. Like
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky, first-round pick.
It's not always a guarantee. Is the point here?
It's a lot of, like,
It's about scouting.
football is crazy. Like, just the team you go to could make or break your career. Because, like, who knows, like, if Mahomes goes to the Bears, what his career is like, you know? If, let's say, Saquon isn't picked by the Giants and the Giants pick someone else. Like, if they pick Darnold, right? How is the Giants' future, you know, shaped? So it's all about who you go, you know, the team that picks you, if it's a good culture, if it's a good system for you.
I just reminded me of the only other NFL thing that I want to talk about.
Yes.
We had a whole episode on why lists need to stop happening.
Oh,
Because this shit is ridiculous. And I'm going to look directly into the camera.
Uh-oh.
The NFL top 100 players doesn't mean a damn thing. Because the list is that garbage. And that's not even, like, it's an achievement to an extent. But there's been a lot of beef in the past week because of this list. So,
yeah, nah.
It's
They
funny.
definitely been. It's been a highly debated kind of
Bro.
thing. Like even Keenan Allen was tight.
that's what I'm saying.
He was
Shaq
saying
wrong
that.
Chris Godwin.
He was saying Chris
I've
Goodwin.
been bitten my tongue. BITEN.
Listen, he played football.
Hey, man. Look, he has a point. Keenan Allen's a problem. Like, and he flies so far under the radar because he plays for the Chargers. Nobody cares about the Chargers, really.
Nobody.
You
cares about
know, the
Chargers.
biggest thing about the Chargers is that, you know,
Phillip
Phillip
Rivers
Rivers
can't win
has like
games.
9 kids. Like, but he puts up yards. And Miles, I know, like, when
And people look at him as like arguably the best route runner in the NFL.
what to say, like, in fantasy, this man puts up numbers like you wouldn't believe every single week.
Keenan Allen and stuff.
One of the best route runners in the league, as John said. Now, is he better than Mike Evans?
He's not better than Mike Evans.
It's whatever you want I think it's whatever you want in a wide receiver. If I need somebody that can just run the route tree and will get me that catch, I'll take Keenan Allen. If I need a first down, I'll get Keenan. If I need the deep ball threat or just a big body wide receiver to go over the middle, I'll take Mike Evans.
See, Mike Evans is nice. I think Mike Evans is better than him.
Do you think Chris Godwin's better than him?
I don't. I think Chris Godwin need to do more. Chris Godwin only had one really really good season.
What tier is Keenan for you? Is he second?
He's in. I would put him in the second tier, like right at the end of the second tier. Like I would say.
So you think he's borderline third tier?
So how many is in the tier though?
Okay, so we talking about the best wide receivers in the league. I think we spoke
Yeah,
about
we
this
spoke
last.
about
we-
first
we
tier. Is it
spoke-
top
fir-
five
The
or-
first? No. It's only 3 people. The
Three,
first
okay.
tier, it's D Hop, Julio, and Michael Thomas. That's it.
Yeah.
Tier 2. After that, you're gonna have
Devontae.
You're gonna have Devontae Adams. You're gonna have Adam Thielen. Yes, he's like that.
Okay.
Devontae Adams.
Stephon Diggs.
You're
You're putting Thielen over Stephon?
Yes, definitely. I think
I don't know. I love both of them too. 'Cause
Thielen-
I love them on my fantasy team, but
I think Thielen. I really think Thielen's better than Stephon Diggs.
But then that's a Keenan Allen. I don't know.
All right, let me continue. Mike Evans is there. I'll throw Odell in there, and I'll throw Keenan Allen in there, and
What about
probably
the other-
Stephon Diggs.
so that's
I'm not bugging. There's
what's
2
that,
Devontaes, right?
6?
It's Adams and Parker.
Devontae Adams, Devontae Parker.
Devontae
is
Parker
on
need to do more. He had a
That's
really
the
great
Dolphins, right?
season, but he's on the Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a really great season. He still got to do more. I'll put him in that 3rd tier, and that 3rd tier probably got like 10,
Well,
12,
you know,
13 receivers.
he might have a quarterback, so we'll see.
Right, he might. That lefty legend too, a Tiger Viola. But yeah, I would put him in that tier 2 right at the end. Stephon Diggs is in that tier 2.
Okay.
So, but yes, the list is getting spooky out
Well,
here.
it's weird because it's player voted, like the top 100.
So
is
it's
player
a
voted.
popularity
So it's a
contest.
popularity contest, which is why Josh Allen is somehow in the top 100.
This is why.
That ain't make no sense.
With the one that it makes sense. The main thing I brought up, put some respect on Marlon Humphrey's name. I'm tired of this shit. Don't even, because this is what can you name 5 cornerbacks better than Marlon Humphrey?
Oh, John.
Can you? And DK Metcalf was ranked higher than him? How many wide receivers can you rate higher than DK Metcalf?
Well, we just listed like 10, right?
Exactly.
But
And
wasn't-
DK wasn't even good until the end of the season.
John.
This was like what, number 60 something?
You talk about Marlon Humphrey. No. Marlon Humphrey was like
I'm just-
80.
I
I
mean,
think
I'm
he was
just- I- yeah,
86
he was
and
like-
DK was like 81.
And then they had
Josh Allen was 87. I know that.
No, I thought Josh Allen was 77.
No, he was 87.
Yeah, no.
He's in the 80s. Because I remember he was 8 spots ahead of Myles Garrett, who's at 80. And I think Calais
Bruh.
Campbell is at 79. Jarrell Casey's at like 76.
DK Met. No, I wanted DK Metcalf on my team. He's already going to do better because he is with Russell Wilson. But you cannot tell me that DK Metcalf, who I can name 10 receivers better than him, is going to be ranked higher than Marlon Humphrey. To me, this probably just people being bitter because he clamped them up.
I'm not gonna lie. He was dead ass for like Marlon Humphrey. He dead ass was first team All Pro. You gotta put respect on this man's name.
And
in
he
terms
couldn't
of-
break what? He couldn't break 75.
He could have.
He couldn't break 50.
I'm about to say if you first team All Pro, bro,
You're
you
telling me
gotta
a first team All-
you gotta at least.
But see, here's the weird thing about the list, right?
The unmitigated gall.
See, but the weird thing about the list
The
is that,
temerity.
as you said, we could list 10 wide receivers better than DK Metcalf, right? But you figured there's 11 spots on an NFL team, right? So there's at every position there's going to be somebody in the top 100. So we could have like 3 offensive linemen in the top, 15 because they could be just really good offensive linemen. But we have to figure left tackle, right tackle, center. Like there's a lot of positions, and I'm not saying
get
that
that.
Marlon Humphrey deserves to be that low, but there's a ton of spots for a ton of positions.
At the end of the day, Marlon Humphrey is a better corner than DK Metcalf is a wide receiver.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
Listen, let someone try and disagree with me on that. There's not even enough footage to argue that for DK Metcalf.
Hey, this is how I sound when people tell me that Josh Allen better than Darnold. Well, like you show me the tape that aside from Josh Allen
But you
running
also don't have that much tape either. But
aside from Josh Allen running the
is not-
ball,
yeah, Josh
what
Allen's
does
not
Josh
better
Allen
than
do
Sam
better
Darnold.
as a quarterback?
mean,
Nothing.
You win
I
games.
just can't fucking believe that.
Who win game? Josh Allen win
All
games?
right. I'm just messing with you.
Say.
I just can't
stay
fucking
over there.
believe that shit, bro.
Nigga say you stay over there.
No, it's a funny list, and I
Yeah,
think
that's
they're up to like
definitely
50 now.
They're up to 41.
41.
Yeah, Jadavian is 41.
Y'all's
Interesting.
not.
It's interesting, but I ain't worried about this damn list. Cause
Saying. No more fucking. We have a whole episode titled "No More List" for
Yeah.
this exact fucking.
yeah,
reason.
these lists some of these lists be garbage.
Let's say, watch. They'll probably have Gronk at like 32.
Ah,
And Gronk has
right,
missed
right.
like 2 years.
Right. Yeah. Lord Jesus.
What's the opposite of recency bias?
Non-recency bias? I don't know. What's the opposite of recent? Past?
Something like that.
Oh boy. But lists they go on. Speaking of lists, right? If you could list the top 5 strip clubs in America, what would they be? Where would Magic City rank on your list of strip clubs in America, Miles?
I feel like we gotta ask Lou Williams that question.
Well, Lou Williams, just like Shannon Sharp said, and he did actually have a good clip on this where he made jokes and he was like, "Nah, it's some real shit. This is real fucked up." If you didn't see that clip, I would definitely check that out. But he just because he's famous, and I mean, I feel like just everyone I feel like it's a general knowledge that apparently strip clubs have the best food.
No, it's not. 2 Americas.
You're right.
Because there was a lot of sports writers that didn't know about Magic City.
You're right. When I say general knowledge,
course they didn't.
I tend to feel like
I think
in this
that too.
context, yeah.
I think that I
feel
always
like
think that
everyone
general
should
knowledge
know.
is just black knowledge. I'm just
Yeah,
like, why don't everybody know about this?
So if y'all don't know, apparently strip clubs have the best fucking food. I learned that from Wale.
Niggas told me that strip club steak is really like that.
Yeah, like they apparently just have the best
They do
food.
like Thanksgiving dinners and everything too.
I would never
Yeah.
get strip club steak. I don't want to know where that shit marinated.
Bro, apparently strip clubs in the
juices.
South have the best food.
Marinates in the juices.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
Sweet pussy steak.
Sweet pussy. I remember. I miss those videos he used to put out. Sweet pussy Sunday.
Shout out Plies, man. We gotta get Plies on this bitch.
Oh,
You
we got
gotta
Plies on
massage your pussy. You gotta celebrate the pussy.
Celebrate. The
But
pussy.
yeah, I mean, he apparently has his own dish there, the Sweet Lou, which sounds kind of fire. Shannon
Did you see the
described that
picture
shit.
of the wings though? They look amazing.
Bro, they said it's lemon pepper with barbecue sauce.
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds fire. But the main issue, because it isn't like, definitely sorry to hear, because Lou had,
He did
had
have
to go
a-
for
he did have a
funeral.
death
Yeah,
in-
he had to go
in-
for a
yeah.
funeral. So, and he was like when he responded to Kendrick Perkins, who's the fucking worst.
I'm telling you, he proves every day he is the worst person in the planet.
The personification of that Celtics team.
Like he sucks.
But yeah,
That's why you never let niggas get rings, man.
Bro, and it's always the niggas that aren't even that like superstars. Like,
What
and I
about
think Paul Pierce
Pierce?
is probably the exception because at one point he was a superstar. But like, he sucks on there. Ryan Hollins sucks on there. Kendrick Perkins sucks on there.
I don't like hearing Kevin Garnett talk anymore, to be honest.
I haven't heard Kevin Garnett actually give basketball takes. Like,
No, he just talks mad shit.
Oh,
And like
that's nothing new.
I had I told you like about hearing that thing on Flickr about like Kevin Garnett, like he just seems like one of those people no one's ever stepped to because he's a tall, dark skinned dude that no one's ever actually stepped to, so he's mad fake tough.
do
You ever seen Kevin Garnett in a fight?
I haven't seen a lot of NBA players in a fight. So,
But Kevin Garnett is known as a tough guy.
yeah, true.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't fight.
And I liked Kevin Garnett, but then you could see a video of him getting fucked up.
You ever see the video of Steven Adams like back like early Thunder days when he was talking about Kevin Garnett's trash talk, and so to avoid trash talk with Kevin Garnett, he faked that he didn't speak English. So Kevin Garnett went up to go say something. He was like, oh, "Sorry, mate, no English."
Nigga's name is Steven Adams.
He's from Australia. Like what the?
Nigga's name is Steven Adams.
One of the best centers in the league.
Lord
he
Jesus
don't
Christ.
speak English. Nah.
Yeah,
but,
nah, bro. I hope everything all right with Lou Will, bro. But first off, his mans was bugging. His mans did some bullshit. Like he basically posted a picture.
Who, Jack Harlow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted a
Who got a knockout right now though?
yeah,
Bro, it's a banger.
bro, whatever. He posted a picture of Lou Will in a club, deleted it, and said, "Oh, my bad. That was an old picture." And Lou Will is at fault here too because he had one of the masks
The
that
NBA
the
mask.
NBA had issued him. Like JT, I'm sorry, bro, but like as the weeks go on,
I know.
I
know.
that might be the most freezing cold take
It is.
of all time.
I gave too much trust to niggas. I'm sorry. Now I know where women are coming from. You can't trust these niggas.
JT sound like Taraji P. Henson in every movie.
The
Yeah,
niggas is trash. You can't trust them. Not one bit. Oh my gosh. I'll admit to that. That was a freezing cold take by me because God damn, man.
These niggas cannot be trusted. Niggas leaving the bubble for anything.
But like the point Shannon Sharp made, the main issue is the fact that if he didn't get caught, he wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
And then he just puts everyone at risk. Like, it would have been like, what, a 4-day quarantine?
It would have been a regular 4-day quarantine.
The fact he went to Magic City, they were like, it's got to be 10 days.
10.
So he's going to miss the first 2 games of the Clipper season, which is good for the Mavs. But, you know.
It might be detrimental to the Clippers. Don't look great. But we'll get to that later. But, yeah, I mean, you have Kendrick Perkins out here taking shots. He's like, oh, weird how a rookie, Zion Williamson, could be more mature than Lou. I'm like, well, Zion, we haven't heard a peep. Since Zion left 12 days ago and he's still not back, we haven't heard a peep from him because he's dealing with family issues as well. That's just a weird low jab.
But then again, I mean, at least Zion got the people around him to not be
exactly.
fucking...
Well, Zion got other things.
Kid.
Zion got other things to worry about. We were worried about that $500,000 from Duke, that he got to worry about. So he got other issues. Yeah. But hey, man, it's weird. Montrez left the bill. No, not Montrez. Pat Bev.
Yeah, they
both of them. Did Trez come back yet, or
I don't know?
I know Pat Bev came back like 2 days ago.
Pat Bev ain't going to no damn strip club.
No, Pat. But he also left for a death in the family too. Which
Pat
is
Bev,
crazy.
if anything, he'll just visit a jail to work out in the yard on the way home.
If I didn't find out that Lou Will actually had a relative died, I really would be jacking my conspiracy theory because it's just the fact that a whole team gets sick.
It's just.
I mean, I'm not sick. A whole team had to leave the bubble.
Some of their most important players.
Again,
too.
my I still have the same arguments that I did last week, where Trez and Pat Bev aren't starish to the point that I feel like they would need to hide it.
Right, exactly. That's facts.
Yeah, if it was like Kawhi and PG.
Well, what do you call Austin left the bubble too? Is he? I don't think
they
he's
had a
back
family
yet.
thing. See, my thing about that, right, is I feel like whatever family thing it could have been, Seth would have had to leave too.
Because they date each other's sisters, right, or something like that.
No, Seth is married to his sister.
To Austin Rivers' sister.
Yeah, that's his brother-in-law.
So it might be just Austin Rivers. Because people were saying,
I don't think Austin's married or anything. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, if it's a family emergency, I feel like we'd have to be the Rivers side, and I feel like that would affect more people.
Well, yeah, because they were saying, why isn't Doc leaving?
That's what I'm saying.
And people
I feel like if anything, Doc
Austin has a family, not a family, but he has his own, personal affairs to attend to. So, I mean, that's a good point. So I wonder what it is then. Does he have, a girlfriend or anything like that?
I don't know, man. All I know is
Austin Rivers or
Seth, that first game, was on fucking fire.
Seth was shooting. He was shooting them things.
Can I be completely honest with y'all?
Yes.
I haven't seen any of the scrimmages. Just
really?
Because it's
just not even curious. Just
not even
basketball.
You know what it is. I think it's when your team is not in it, you kind of lose investment. And plus, it's we about to hit the playoffs anyway. That's really what I'm gonna be interested to see.
So you're not gonna watch the regular season?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm just saying, that's what I'm really gonna be locked in. That's when y'all, you know.
Because I'll say this: LeBron's taking this shit seriously as hell.
Yeah, I could. I've heard.
It's honestly, to me, it's like preseason on steroids. Because usually they'll play. I would say most the starters will play first and third quarters, but down the stretch when it's the bench units, they actually get competitive.
Okay.
The Mavs bench unit has been balling, and that's just good to see because we've had those hits, we've taken hits to the bench, so that's good to see. But it's getting competitive, and then you do actually get to see CJ was balling the other day.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So
you
get to see how players are taking it seriously to an extent.
When it actually matters, I'll be tuned in.
So this week.
Yeah,
I see where Miles is coming from with the interest part because I know for the Nets, I wanted to watch the scrimmage because of all the new pieces we have.
Yeah, that's
right. So I wanted to just see
how Jamal Crawford looked.
I don't think
he didn't play.
Oh, he didn't play. Okay.
Him and Donta Hall didn't play, but they'll play.
Yeah, they're probably just giving. Same thing with Alec Burke and MKG. They're giving them time to get used to the system.
Yeah.
And shit.
So but I wanted to see how Caris LeVert looked.
I heard he was hooping. I saw his stat line was like
he had
that.
A terrible first scrimmage. Next 2 scrimmages hooping, right? Gio's a good. Well, I wanted to see who was going to play our 4 because that's our big position need. They keep running this dude Timothy Luau-Cabarrot.
Yeah, I remember him.
He's garbage.
I don't know why he was like a 2-3.
Yeah, his position is a 3, like a 2-3. We're just that bereft of talent at the 4.
And he's
we have no
lanky,
bigs.
so they were like, all right,
yeah, exactly. He's been bad, so it's been nice seeing certain guys all right, who can be on the team
Joe
next.
will have to play the 4.
Oh God.
Joe or
not.
Rhodey?
Rhodey. I mean, Rhodey played. He's played well. All three games.
He's kind of slight though, right?
he's slight, but he's tough.
He knows how to use it.
Yeah, like
Okay.
he's
scrappy.
Scrappy. He's a scrappy guy.
Nice.
You know, so
Yeah.
it was
Love
just
scrappy
nice
guys.
to see like new guys get implemented, see who might be on the team next year. You know, so
I never really watched Karras play like that because the Nets. But nah, like I was seeing highlights and shit. Like my son is
Karras-
OD
if he
smooth.
could
Like I
stay
knew he could
healthy-
hoop. I knew he could
Yeah.
hoop. But like I didn't realize how buttery his game is.
no,
Yeah,
it's
nah,
like
Karras,
so
that
Karras
shit
is
is-
really like that. Like when he's on, he's tough.
he's so good.
It's like
he just can't stay
Joe
healthy.
Johnson.
Yeah, that's
smooth.
it.
Yes, no. Jamal Crawford actually compared his game to like some similarities of Joe Johnson because of like he's slow and methodical and how he gets to his spot in the mid range. You know, but if he could just stay healthy, he would be. The big problem with him is just health. Like he would be an all-star in the league if he could stay healthy for 78 games. out
What
of the season.
what year is this from?
This is his 4th.
Oof.
Yeah,
What? He might still be young though.
he is.
Yeah.
He's 20.
It's like probably Porzingis' age.
He's like 25, 26.
Okay, that's older.
Yeah,
than
he's
I
like
thought.
our age.
That's older than I thought.
Yeah, he's
'Cause-
like he's mid 20s, so it's still kind of young, but
25.
you know.
About to be 26.
Because my thing is like at this point, I don't. What's the injuries mostly been? Like knee shit.
He looked like the kid from the show.
Well, the problem is that it was. Why?
He definitely does look like him. Look like him. Hold up, I'm gonna pull him up for you. he looked just like him. Let me see cast. This who he look. Where's he? Kids.
Anyway,
But with his injuries, it was the crazy knee ankle injury 2 seasons ago, and then last year it was a broken thumb. So it's nothing like that's just lingering. Like it's constantly
it's
the knee.
also nothing really that you can be like get in the gym and strengthen it to help prevent.
Yeah,
injury.
it's just
Yeah.
freak accidents. Like nobody could predict. Like, oh, you're foul. Nobody could predict you. You know,
Yeah,
a thumb is such
Kevin.
a freak accident in basketball. But hey, man, he's missed a lot of time, and that's just the only thing hurting him. But
Best ability is availability.
this is true. This is true. I mean,
I'm gonna just leave this right here for you, John.
That's.
boo.
I'm not arguing his rank.
Hey, man, we only acknowledge great white quarterbacks on this pod from now on.
Oh, so
And Lamar Jackson.
So the ones.
And-
So the
well,
one.
yes, great white quarterbacks. Maga
Wait,
Jackson.
hold on.
has-
There was someone. There was someone who needed to catch some MAGA smoke, and I feel like we need to talk about it.
in football.
No. Oh, we barely talked about James Harden. Needs to
We
get
talked
all
about him
that
last
MAGA
week.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
that was glazed over.
I mean, we kind of glazed over.
In general.
We want to give that airtime.
No, I don't.
Because
but
I
I'm just
don't think
saying.
it was important enough.
I'm
like-
just saying, keep the same energy when James Harden highlights come up.
No. You're right because it's like now he's just hooping.
'Cause his was
Everybody's
worse.
Like, yeah, he's wearing the Blue Lives Matter shit.
I know.
Yeah,
How
nah,
is his?
niggas-
How is
niggas-
how
niggas
is James
dumb.
Harden? How is James Harden worse?
Then
He-
what?
Then Russ responding to Trump. Trust.
Yeah, nah.
Because you know what trust means.
Well, now we do.
Now we do, but
Because we're not from South Florida. So
Yeah, thank goodness.
I'm about to say thank God.
this is South
If anything,
Florida.
I
No
don't-
one would be able to
I
understand
don't
this
know if that's a
podcast.
compliment. Like
If we was
Being
from
from
South
South
Florida,
Florida.
John would be 3 shades darker. I would be 3 inches taller, and Justin would be.
Justin would have the Kodak hair.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Nah, he have them Robbie, them nasty
I hope
ass.
so. I would have the Robbie Anderson just crazy.
nasty
ass.
ass.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just-
whatever.
and have that walk.
Oh, sorry.
It's that weird South Florida walk.
Have them the black prosthetics.
Oh no. Oh boy. But you know what? If I guess not much more time on the scrimmage. Anything else stuck out to you, John, since you watched the scrimmage from any team, or is it kind of just like
I didn't. I was mostly just checking stats and
mm,
checking in on the Mavs.
Gotcha.
Preseason, it's mostly just to see a little bit how things are doing.
yeah?
But I don't know. Bull's been balling.
Yeah, I've actually seen highlights of him.
I was upset draft night, and I know there's going to be a lot of other teams
That's sick.
that are sick. I'm just personally mad because imagine us having Bull next to Porzingis.
Imagine us having Bull next to KD. Imagine that front court. Shit would be nuts.
Yeah. So it's just, to me, it's just another reason why Paul Millsap's not coming back.
True.
Which he wasn't going to anyway, but
I'll take Paul Millsap.
Also the WNBA. Forgot about that.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah.
I didn't forget. There's
what I'm
actually
saying,
a
that
good
was
amount
so
of
much
things
sports.
to talk about with the WNBA.
Mhm.
Real life. Well, I mean, INSQ. Like, I only saw the end when
I
She
saw- I
seemed
saw
like
the
she
whole
seemed
game.
like she was like trying to do a little.
Bro,
too
they
much.
treated her like LeBron.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
the ball
dead,
denial was
They were dead throwing
crazy.
double and triple teams at her, jumping every screen. They jumped her and left the roll man. Like there was times where like Sabrina looked like she was like 2 steps ahead of her teammates because she would throw a pass and the teammate either not paying attention or just not in the right spot.
that young ass team though.
It is young. And then Kia Nurse unfortunately went out, but she's gonna be fine.
Bro, the way it happened,
I thought she died.
I
Not
thought her knee
died,
was
but like
done.
yeah.
I was
It
looking at
bad.
the end of the game. I was like, where the fuck did Kia Nurse go? I
Yeah.
fuck with
Yeah,
her. My
no, she
light-skinned
got
shorty.
yeah, she got hurt, and when it happened, it was non-contact, and it like she started
Oh, no.
crying, so it seemed like it was.
shit.
Yeah, it literally looked like you were like, yo,
What
her
was it?
career's
What was
over.
the diagnosis?
Just
sprained
sprained ankle
ankle.
sprain.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Thank
that's what I'm
God.
saying.
I mean, not great.
Also,
but, you know,
her PE Jordans are fire.
yes.
Like I'm trying to get a pair of 34s to play volleyball in, and these player PEs are finally coming out. That's one that I would cop. Like them shits are tough.
WNBA players got some drip with the sneakers. I'll tell you that.
Hey man.
I mean, they're hating on Candace Parker for being an Adidas athlete. You hear about that?
No, I didn't. What was going
That
on
was
there?
before. They were like, if you look at the Team USA team, she's like, I'm one of the best players in the league, and I was left off the team, and basically everyone's a Nike athlete on the USA team. And she was like, so you're telling me that I shouldn't be on Team USA? And why did I get an invite? And it's
It's like
she was
like an Isaiah Thomas type situation. But with brands instead of like personal feelings.
yeah, and I think
Right.
Candace Parker's ranking in the WNBA might be higher than Isaiah Thomas's.
yeah, they
like,
could have just did
if
what
I-
they did with Jordan. Jordan just, he just didn't wear like the
Yeah, he
the-
covered
No,
up.
no,
They just
no,
gave her
no.
a
They
play.
didn't invite her to play. Like they didn't invite her to the team. And she's like, I feel like it's because I'm an Adidas athlete because you can't tell me I'm not one of the top players. in
She's
the
gonna be
WNBA.
sitting there. It was
Yeah.
just crazy to me because I met all the criteria, but was left off the team.
It's a big sick. Damn.
Oh man,
But also, big shout out to Kyrie. Real talk.
Yeah.
Like I said it on here, and I was like, yo, if you want people to do this, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. And obviously, I think with the Della Dawn situation, it definitely kind of helps bring the situation more so to light. But the fact that like he's getting a fund together for for athletes that's WNBA athletes that's opting out because of COVID and social reasons, that's dope. That's dope.
this is now like number 5 in terms of like
Why Kyrie
good
gets
things.
unnecessary hate.
Good things Kyrie has done since COVID because he donated like $200,000 worth of like Beyond Burgers or whatever to the I always do that. It's like the local community donated. He had the documentary for Breonna Taylor that he produced. I think he donated like other like $500,000 or something
He's
like that.
actually putting his money.
He's putting his money where his mouth is, and yet somehow
They still trying to paint him as a
only 1.5. What's that going to do? Oh, maybe you should send that 1.5 to essential workers. Like, bro,
like seriously.
please shut up.
He can't do everything, yo.
Yeah,
They
he's
think
trying.
I don't know
He's
why
trying.
people expect athletes to save the world.
But he's trying though.
He's trying, and they called him the disruptor.
okay.
Never forget, Waj called Kyrie the
Woj.
disruptor because all he wanted to do was help out his fellow brethren in the NBA. And was like, "Hey, man, are we really gonna be safe here? Like, what's going on? How are we gonna, keep up the social justice work? It's not for
The
nothing. but
WNBA has been doing a great job with that, as
they have,
expected.
They always do.
Yeah, they always
They
do.
always
But that was like, I like what they're doing. And the NBA, certain NBA players have been doing it too, where it's like they're just answering the interview questions, just
Yep.
like, yeah. So, because Brianna Stewart, like in the sideline interview, she was like, oh, do this, and it was like, oh, how's the game? And she was like, yeah, it was cool, but I'm still like, and just like calling everyone out, so it was dope.
Bringing attention to it. Isn't
Yeah,
it
man.
kind of funny, like in the post game interview, how like the reporter was like mad far from her, like they was like socially,
Holly
they
Rowe,
was
yeah.
socially distanced.
Yeah,
Weird, but fuck it.
Hey,
man,
man,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I'm just glad basketball's
Oh.
back.
Basketball's back,
Yeah.
baseball's back, and
Kinda.
you already
For
know.
now.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So that's if you guys didn't know, was it 17 people
like
between personnel, like
My-
player, like
14
players,
players,
and
and
staff?
I think an additional personnel. Yeah,
Yeah, from the big surprise, the Florida team.
the Florida Marlins.
Yeah, they got diagnosed with that Rona, and hope they end up being okay and everything. But so with that kind of has some ripples around the league. So now this Yankees Phillies series is postponed. Apparently, no one on the Phillies. I saw it today.
Tested positive.
Yeah, tested positive.
But they're not gonna pass positive right away.
Yeah, it's too soon.
Yes, exactly.
So Dr. Fauci did come out this morning saying that they shouldn't it doesn't mean that the season needs to stop. I feel like, and the MLB commissioner seems to be like damage control and kind of like, let's not overreact, let's handle things and figure how we can move forward, which is good. But I feel like you have to anticipate something like this happening. Like people, like they knew people were gonna get sick. Yeah.
But I think the problem is that they trust. Their problem is like my problem. They put too much trust into people because there's no reason why the Marlins, knowing the information that they did during the weekend series, should have played those games on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Wait, they knew before?
And they had 4 people.
They had 4 people that tested positive.
Oh, they shouldn't have played.
And they took them out the lineup, but they're interacting with the clubhouse and everything like that, so they shouldn't have played those games anyway. But the West Coast, everybody's fine, I guess, over there. The Central, everybody's fine. If anything damaging, it would just be like the East Coast and only like these 4 teams right now.
Also, if you guys didn't know, the MLB is testing every 2 days, so that is that's a good thing that they implemented.
Yeah,
and it'll at least have us know about damage control for this incident. So
it's interesting because David Price, who actually opted out of the season, he basically called out Rob Manfred and said, I kind of want to read the tweet. To be honest, it's pretty good.
He's like, I hope like the MLB does right by us health wise or something like that, right? David Price been killing it this season.
We love it
because he's not on the Red Sox anymore.
And he paid all the minor leaguers for the year, which is kind of cool.
Right, we gotta give
No,
him
I'm
credit.
saying we give him his credit more so.
The
Red Sox anymore.
He said, all right, bet. So he said, now we really get to see if MLB is going to put players' health first. Remember when Manfred said players' health was paramount? Part of the reason I'm at home right now is because players' health wasn't being put first. I can see that hasn't changed.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's obviously the biggest thing with the MLB, but it is nice to have some real Yankees news to talk about.
Yeah, man.
My son, Giancarlo.
They're putting in some work.
Yeah, great to see.
Yeah, I know. He looked pretty decent 2 of the 3 games that he played. I'm excited. Good start to the season. I ain't mad at the 2-1 start. It would be nice to get some Yankees baseball tonight. But Dat Rona, I think we need a button that just says Dat Rona instead of
the fucking vibe.
I need a shit that says Dat Rona. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I mean, the one thing that, and we spoke about it, that I am upset about is Clint Frazier getting sent back.
Oh man, I hate it here, man. I hate it here.
Clint Frazier. This is really some bullshit. I like Andujar as much as the next guy. But you're going to put this guy who just switched to the outfield this summer, who hasn't played a baseball game in over a year, into the field and over Clint Frazier. Now Clint has to stay down for 10 days. So I will say he's lucky in the fact that we're not playing right now. But you did it for what? So a little more pitching help that didn't even fucking help? Because our pitching got destroyed in the second game. Like, bro, I'm really upset. I want to see Clint succeed. We all know how talented Clint is.
It worked.
Yeah.
They were there for help for Sunday, not Saturday.
Sunday. It was after Saturday.
After they got destroyed.
Yes.
Either way.
We had to bullpen that game because Cessa only went like 3 innings. Not Cessa.
They didn't want him to be a starter. I like Loizaga a lot, though.
No, I
like
Lasagna. Lasagna pitched pretty decently.
Yeah.
Outside of the 1 home run, he did his job.
But my thing is
Played the game the right way.
I really feel like he's not white.
I know.
My thing is I really feel like if we end up trading Clint, which I feel like is going to happen, which really obsesses me, he's going to fucking destroy us. And he's going to be a good-ass pro.
We would trade him to
we would trade him to the NL,
we would trade him to like a national league team.
Or like the AL West. Like a team you only see twice a year for a 3-game set. So you don't see him for like 6 games.
I just don't I want to see him in pinstripes and play for us. And it's like,
it's gonna be
I don't understand. I get it. Fuck Mike Talkman. Whatever.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even have that much beef, but I still have beef. Fuck Mike Talkman. And Guardy's not getting any younger, so you're telling me you're not going to continue grooming this guy Clint, who you've been grooming? Like, what the fuck are we doing at this point?
Yeah.
So you're going to put Andujar out there? Like, fuck.
That was very head scratching putting Andujar out there,
here, bro.
I
all you've seen from Andujar is this summer. That's it.
So my thing with Andujar is that he's in there for offensive purposes. We know what he can do offensively, and I get it, John. But that's probably where Boone in the organization head was at. To be honest, I mean, I don't know. I want to see Clint Frazier play, and it's kind of what Justin said when we were talking. We were talking about Dom Smith for the Mets as well, and it's like it's tough when you have all of these players and you don't have a place to put them. It's like, what do you tell a dude that's literally done everything that you can ask him to do, improve in the ways that you need him to, and they're still not getting playing time? Then these dudes should be playing.
Yeah, Paul O'Neill was talking about it. When I was watching the game, and they mentioned it, and he's like, he dealt with that shit when he was on the Reds, and he's like, the thing is, they're like, they give him all this thing. We're saying, oh, he should be a pro and all this stuff, and he shouldn't have this attitude. But he's like, but it's upsetting. And he was like, and you can't just talk about, like, him and Michael Kidd, like, you can't just talk about how you should feel or how you should act when it's a lot harder being in that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these other people aren't in that situation. And the thing is, he goes, if you go back down to the minors with a bad attitude, you're not going to play well, and it's not going to help you. And that's where it comes in. But, obviously there isn't really the minors right now.
Do the Yankees have more invested in Andujar? Because how do we acquire? Was he through the system, or did we trade? Is he one of the prospects we traded for?
I think we traded for him. But I just don't, like, you're talking about for offensive purposes, but it's like, I feel like it's not that big of an argument just because we know Clint's bad. Like, what I mean?
I think it may
They're
be
different types of hitters, but
it may just be because maybe the Yankees, if they did acquire him through trade, maybe they just want to see if they got a good return on investment.
we got Frazier through a trade.
What did we give up for him?
I don't remember.
Yeah, and Duhar came up with this.
He came. All right, so maybe that's why. Maybe they want to see like a system guy. I think clubs are more in tune.
I remember.
Yeah,
This was a no-run DMC trade. Oh yeah, this is when we traded for Andrew. When we traded Andrew Miller
Hey.
to the Indians, we got him back from the Indians. This is when we had. You remember it was when we had Betances, Miller, and then Chapman. Those was the setup situation. This was like right. This was right when we traded Chapman for
We traded him to the Cubs.
The wildest scam of all time.
Yes, this is it was a very
I don't know, because it works out, but they got a championship out of it.
I'll take a
And
championship.
then we got him back.
I'll take that. At 4 years with no chip.
That's some insider trading right there.
Right, you
They're
him
like,
right
yo,
back.
you guarantee us this chip, we're going right back to you.
Oh shit, Clint from Decatur? Shit.
Decatur.
Yeah, he fuck with the culture heavy. I like that. All right, sorry, continue.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, I don't understand it. Like, he's been a touted prospect for so long, and it's like we've seen what he can do at the major league level. Like, and even Mike Kay he goes, the general consensus around the league is he would start on a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just not this one. It's just too much.
But even so, he should still be like a rotation player.
He should.
He should be up with the club at all times. He should be your second left fielder.
He should be.
He absolutely should be.
And he's young, yo.
That's
like
what
he's
I'm
not
saying.
even 20. He's 25 right now.
Which
I
is
don't-
young in baseball.
It's just very young. I mean, yeah, in baseball that's very young.
Yeah.
Considering that Aaron Judge is about to be 28.
Yeah. And how old is Andujar? Probably like 24,
He's
23.
probably like 24, 23.
But, like, dude, this man sat out a whole season, and you're going to make an argument for, all right, let's put him in left field. He started taking reps in the DR this
they're
summer.
actually the same age.
Bro, fuck out of here, bro. Put fucking Clint in that shit.
They're actually the same age.
Clint was even fucking hitting dingers in summer camp.
Is Clint the swaggiest white guy the Yankees have had in a while?
Absolutely.
That's probably what.
Who's the last
the
swaggy white guy?
the Yankees
I
got?
don't know. Oh yes,
Yeah.
Nick Swisher.
And he wasn't.
And that wasn't even.
He wasn't swaggy. He was just mad cool.
He was mad
So
cool.
2013 then, right?
My man
Was it
Nick
last
Swisher.
year?
I was sad
I-
when he got traded, man.
I was listening to an interview a while ago. This was like mid Rona times. Yeah, he just sounds like he'd be off the coke. Like this man got mad energy. You know what I'm saying?
You know who we need on
he reminds me of Jeremy Renner.
we need Swisher on the Pat McAfee podcast.
Oh, that would be
That
great.
would be a fun podcast.
that shit would get annoying after like 10 minutes.
What?
Nah,
You don't like Pat McAfee?
No. It's not that. I'm just saying Nick Swisher. He's just a very like vibrant personality. He's one of those people who'd be like,
I just think it's funny that he sings.
really?
You didn't know that? Nah. Dude, he put out like a whole I think he put out an album, but I think it was like a kid's album, but he could sing.
He got mad kids. Him and Teixeira, they both have mad kids.
Hey, when you're an athlete, man, you can afford it.
You know Mark
Yeah.
Teixeira's Guyanese?
Mark Teixeira's
Mark
Guyanese.
Teixeira's Guyanese.
Yeah.
Like what type of Guyanese?
So
like,
does that make Mark Teixeira spicy white?
Yeah. He's
Wow.
part Guyanese.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's
Mark
part
Teixeira? First of all, no.
There's a lot of Portuguese Guyanese people
I feel
who
like
just look Spanish.
Mark
and that's
Teixeira
why
is
he-
big MAGA. Don't know.
Nah.
I feel like he is. He
Nah, I don't
he
think
gives
so.
me that vibe.
I don't think so.
He gives me that vibe.
I
don't
get
know.
the vibe, but I don't know.
I don't think from Teixeira. Nah, I don't
the
think
way
so.
he be talking sometimes in interviews, I don't know. It's just so off.
But there's a lot of
feel like
Yankees.
Boone
There's a
is
lot of
big back.
Yankees though
No, it's not.
that's MAGA vibes. Paul O'Neill and Mariano Rivera being two of them. Unfortunately,
I'm about to say how many numbers are retired in Monument Park? I guarantee you at least 90% of them are MAGA.
Hey man, listen, the babe was black.
Nah, Babe was Dominican, bro.
Yeah.
Babe was Dominican.
He
Shout out
was
to
a-
Samero.
I'm about
Baby
to say,
Rodriguez.
You tell me Mickey Mantle wasn't gonna be out here wearing that bright red hat?
Yogi Berra.
Yogi Bear, come on now.
Joe DiMaggio, nah, he might have been with us. I don't know.
Who else is that?
There's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them.
There's too many. The Yankees damn near retired every number. All you gotta do is play with the Yankees for 8 years, and they're like, all right, Monument Park, all right, got
I'm
you.
gonna say every
Because they won a chip basically every decade.
I mean,
so
yeah,
they
it
were
makes
like, all right,
sense.
you want a championship
when
with us?
I'm about to say, yeah, you won 27 this.
every single digit is gone now.
Every
Except
single
for,
digit is going.
except
That's
for
a dub.
0, right?
Except for 0, yeah. That's Ottavino's number now. Yeah, there's like no numbers on there's no like cool numbers on the Yankees to wear. You can wear A-Rod's number, but I think nobody has taken A-Rod's number yet. I think
Like, you gotta wear like a 47 or like what's his face just changed Voight.
yeah,
Voight changed for Cole,
yeah.
so now he's 56.
It's
Like
ugly.
that's ugly.
That's ugly as shit. A lot of people in the Yankees got ugly ass numbers. Like Judge got 99. I think that's cool. It like fits him perfectly.
Yeah,
Sanchez
because
got
he's built like
24.
a fucking outside linebacker.
Right. Yeah.
Sanchez got 24.
Yeah, that's
cool.
probably.
I like
24. 24 is probably the next best.
The only reason I like 55 is because Matsui wore it, and that was my guy.
Yeah, Domingo got that joint.
Guardy got 11. That's all right.
I mean, 11 is 11. Yeah,
A low number.
He's been on it with the
Yeah.
Yankees for mad long.
Quinn Frazier got 77.
That's
Ugh.
tough. That's tough for him.
77.
For him,
Frazier, it is tough.
But Frazier is tough. And then Stanton got 27.
Well, I
For
wore
27,
77.
Yeah, right, 27,
I had to
sorry.
wear 77 in 8th grade because our jerseys were so mismatched. I only got 117 and 177. So I was like, fuck it, I gotta rock with the 77.
What else? 45 is a good one. I like 45.
what
45
does Glaber have?
25.
25.
25 is a good
Let's
number.
go.
Okay, so you got some shit
We got
in the
a few.
20s,
We got a
but
few.
you know, it's
What's
nothing
what's
like the single
LeMahieu
digits. though.
is
Well, I don't like. I
LeMay
personally
26.
26.
don't like single digit jersey numbers. The only ones that I really bangs with are 1 and 0.
So 10.
Because that's the thing. Like I've been born. Like my thing is, all right, I'm born on the 7th, so it just people normally be like, oh, you were 7. Nah, I just like double digit jersey numbers. That's why my number is always 17 for
Say,
everything.
my number was always it was 5 growing up because of Jason Kidd, and then I switched it to I wanted always to be 24.
Nah, I'm
Not
like,
because of Kobe though.
yeah, I just always bangs with 17. So that's my. You 11. 11 was tough. You were 18 for a while, but 11's a tough number.
I like 11.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Dang, you know what I just forgot about? We didn't talk about your latest acquisition, Mr. West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, Tibbs. Tibbs.
So
Yeah, we already talked about it. So RJ is gonna play at least 47 minutes a game,
Okay.
and yeah, Kevin Knox, you know, he's playing 49 a game.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Even though the game's only 48 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
Got
gonna
you,
play
got
49 a game.
Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
He
Kevin
needs
Knox.
extra work.
We're gonna,
so he's
yeah,
gonna-
right, exactly. So you know, we're gonna leave him out there during the.
It's gonna be
timeouts.
like how the it's gonna be like how during the MLB
He's
exhibitions.
gonna run laps in
Yeah,
in
exactly.
TV timeouts.
That's right.
Remember that in the MLB exhibitions, how they were like, "Yeah, my pitcher needs some more work. We're
Yeah.
gonna have like a 4th out." That's
Right.
that's what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
Exactly. Nah, I mean, you know, it's crazy because there was headlines coming out that Jason Kidd was about to be the head coach, and I was just like,
Literally the day before they
whew,
announced. Yeah.
that's a relief. No disrespect to Jay Kidd, because you know
He's just
whatever.
not what they
All
needed.
disrespect.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
not
about
a good coach.
Yeah, right. I mean, you could attest to that.
I mean, I can attest to it. Bucks fans can attest
He
to
was
it.
smart to go to the Bucks when he did, though.
He was.
I mean, you know, y'all traded him at the right time. Yeah, right. Y'all traded for him.
Bro, whenever
But nah, I mean, you know, listen, we got an experienced head coach, head coach that's at least been to the playoffs. That, you know what I'm saying? So we can only hope that this shit goes in the right direction. We'll see what happens with who we draft and the young dudes now. I mean, Tibbs is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
he was there during the D Rose times. I feel like he helped D Rose get better. So I mean, you know, who knows?
You can't argue against it.
I
can't argue
feel
against it.
like if there was a right hire, this was the direction that
Did
we
he get better, or is he just naturally gifted?
But that's the thing. You can't argue that he didn't help. There's no.
that he didn't get.
Yeah, there's no
I can't
concrete
argue he
ev-
didn't get better, but my argument would be. Was Derrick Rose just going to be Derrick Rose regardless of who was his coach?
I guess
because
we-
he's just
It's a question.
Yeah, but that's the
of-
thing. There's no real answer to that.
Yeah, exactly.
so like that. I think that's probably my biggest question. I guess with the Tibbs one is I'm looking at his track record, right, as a coach, right. So he was blessed with Derrick Rose in his first head coaching gig. You know, had superstar Derrick Rose up until the gruesome knee injury, right. Then
Still put together some decent.
Still put together
some
decent teams because they had really good pieces.
Yeah.
You know, Taj Gibson, Joakim Noah. You know, those gritty teams, right? Jimmy
Go
Butler
all day.
comes in, right? Jimmy Butler surprises a lot of people because he's a low draft pick, right? Becomes an all-star.
My guy.
Becomes an all-star, right? The situation becomes toxic there. He goes off to.
He didn't want to leave though.
He didn't want to leave.
Yeah,
he didn't want to leave. He goes off to Minnesota, right? Blessed with more great talent. Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine for the first year. They weren't good, right? The next year, first playoff berth in, I think, like 13, 14 years. Barely, AC, but it's still. Then the year after that, shit hits the fan. Jimmy Butler's calling out everybody in the locker room. And
After they traded for him.
And then Tibbs is gone, and then in comes, Flip Saunders. Not Flip Saunders, his son. R.I.P. Flip Saunders. So I guess my thinking is he's never had a team like this. This is uncharted waters from not having a superstar young guy. It'd be different if the Knicks had Zion like that. If
Or
RJ was
Ja,
Zion
yeah.
or Ja and it's a superstar. Not to say RJ can't be a superstar. He's just
Yeah.
not a super on that level yet.
Nah.
So this is definitely and the pieces around him are not great like they were in Minnesota and Chicago. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting test to see how Tibbs can work this young, I guess ragtag bunch of New York Knicks.
Well, that seems like the same story that it always is. But what I will say is what we're looking for here is improvement. And I think as long as the improvement comes, then I'm fine with whatever happens. Like even if we get 10 games better this year, following another 10 games better the following year, like that is literally better and putting us in a better spot and maybe a playoff spot. You know what I'm saying?
Them spots at the bottom of the East are always open.
Yeah,
So
but
we'll
still,
see.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, but you
We'll
still
see how your
want to.
offseason goes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the Knicks get the A seed and have to play there's hypothetically next year, like we play the Nets or the Bucks and as the one. You know what I'm saying? Still want to get these young dudes that kind of experience. You want to see RJ potentially, Kevin Knox and these dudes that playoff experience. You know
My
what I'm
thing
saying?
with the Knicks in this is I honestly feel like there could have been better options out there, but
Kenny Atkinson.
outside of Kenny, because I think that the Mavs assistant they were looking at, like Jamal Mosley, probably would have been a good fit. But the thing about it is, New York wants a sexy name, and you also know that New York's the type of environment that it's very hard for. It's very hard for like young coaches to get their start out there.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, because
Absolutely.
shit happened to Fizz. Fizz only had that shit in Memphis, which
I think
wasn't
2
his
years
fault.
in Memphis,
Yeah, and then never really
But they hired Fizdale with the impression that we was gonna get superstars, which is why he got fired.
exactly.
So
That's my thing. It's like it's hard where it's like I don't think Tim Tibbs is a bad fit, but I don't think he was the best fit. But we're really gonna see. Like I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. He does have a pretty solid coaching pedigree, and like you said, like it's gonna be a new challenge. And the real thing is gonna be how well you can do your job this summer to get him some more pieces to work with.
Yep.
So
And that's it. I mean, and they're talking about who we gonna trade for. I don't. Whatever.
Giannis, bro, like come on.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh,
Giannis.
do you know whose birthday it is today?
Whose birthday is it today?
Clanks.
Oh,
Turns 22 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, he's young. Wow. The franchise right there.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but anyways, yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see. I honestly like the hire. I would have been happy with Kenny Atkinson too, as long as it wasn't Jason Kidd to me. But yeah. But hey, man, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I
talked to Spike yesterday. We talked about it over a drink.
Is he
Alright,
welcome
that's
back to the Garden? You got him back in?
Yeah, he's gonna be back.
All right, cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
You talked
He
it
good.
over,
He
smooth
good.
it over, Dylan?
Man, we all had to sit down. I told him, man. I say, yo, next time, he want to use he can use whatever. It's Spike. I told Dolan, he wasn't happy about it, but he was like, whatever, man.
Just put your dick on the table and you're like, listen, James.
Yeah.
Just gotta.
Yep, just like that. But yeah,
Wow. All right, but yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I hope it works out for you guys. It'd be fun if the Knicks and the Nets are competitive at the same time. It just makes New York more fun.
it would, man. It's like I feel like really like what New York is right now. New York is really like a primarily baseball and football town right now. Like I think that's what really is dominating the market.
All right, I'll ask you guys both. Who do you think the top since 2000? Who do you think the top 4 New York sports teams are?
Since 2000?
top 4 since
The
2000. The Giants, number 1.
You talking about like winning or like what are you talking
Win it, success.
Success?
All right,
Oh,
so
the
Giants
Giants?
number 1. The Yankees definitely gotta be number 2. Probably the Rangers after that, and
The Jets.
nah,
Bro, they went to all the AFCs.
the Liberty ain't win shit.
Mm-mm.
Damn. Should I say the Jets?
The Mets went to a World Series.
The
but-
Mets did go to since 2000 they went to 2 World Series.
You locking it in?
I say
as the fourth?
All right, so I say the Yankees, Mets, Rangers,
Giants.
Giants.
Yankees.
Well, no, I'm not saying in order.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just saying. All right,
Okay.
yeah. So Giants number 1,
Giants.
Yankees definitely number 2 because they won
Okay.
the World Series.
Mets and Rangers.
Rangers went to Stanley Cup,
Mm-hmm.
Only one though.
only
right?
one.
Only one.
Okay, but the Mets.
But they usually have good seasons.
But all right, so then you know what? I'll switch the Mets and the Rangers. I'll put the Rangers last, Mets third, Yankees second, Giants first.
Okay. So this was just an all the tri-state of the 9 New York sports teams, right? So you got 2 of them correct, just not in the right order.
the Yankees and the
So it'll be
Giants.
Yankees first, then Giants. They both have 2 championships in the 2000s. Yankees have just been to way more playoffs.
Yes. Okay.
Third would be the New Jersey Devils, 2 championships. Hey, tri-state area, New York sports teams, right? And then the
You
fourth
didn't
team,
say that in the beginning though.
You
New
said
York sports teams. It's the tri-state area. You know that we have 9 New York sports teams. That's what we say.
So we're gonna say, so we're gonna count the New Jersey Devils and the New Jersey.
That was a
Knicks?
CBS Sports ass answer.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh.
all right, whatever.
So
Who's the fourth team?
Isn't that?
Oh my God! All right, can we move on, please? I'm over this conversation.
We should have remembered that. Though.
Yeah, I know. That was a lack on our part. I should have known. I should have known better and known that there was a reason why he's asking us this question.
All right, we have anything else for sports?
Just one quick thing. Patrick Chung is now the 6th Patriot
Yep, just
to
saw that.
opt out.
And
They're signing Clowney, bro.
They have to.
They're gonna sign
signing
Clowney.
Clowney.
They're gonna sign Clowney.
and the Philadelphia Phillies.
They have the fucking money to
ballpark
sign
employee
him, bro.
Got
Tested positive.
yeah.
So an employee for the Phillies tested.
So you know what I found out with the NFL is that once you opt out, like that's it. Like you're done. Like you can't re-opt in. So like
Really?
Yeah,
you're on like
It's
a separate
It's
list.
an early decision.
basically, yes,
Yep.
exactly, yes, exactly.
We getting admitted early to college.
Right.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for
be
the
it.
sports.
Yeah, damn son, that's tough. Patrick Chung sitting too.
Oh well, who cares? I don't.
I mean, well, I could understand why you don't. Damn son, my son Cam getting a raw deal early. It's fucked up.
Still might sound Clowney.
Who cares?
Black actors, baby.
Hey man, look.
All right, so yeah, remember guys, follow us at Saratobi Sports on Instagram and Twitter, and make sure you check out the YouTube channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, get that up, ring it up. I mean, just check it out, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And yeah, follow me at Offended Narwhal on Twitter. And yeah, I mean, guys.
Y'all already know the situation. Make sure y'all staying safe. Sports is back, but as you see, the virus is still alive. So make sure y'all just being responsible.
NBA tomorrow.
Yes.
Very excited.
Yes. Big facts.
Mavs and Rockets.
Yes. I hope y'all not on Steinway because they wilding out there. Or in Sheepshead Bay because niggas just be outside wilding. But yeah, make sure y'all staying safe.
As always, you know what the vibes are. Follow me on the Twitters, J_Thomas_24. I'm up over 1,000 now. This feels good.
Nice.
Getting followed by
traction.
like actual like writers and
Just
stuff
don't,
like
don't
this.
forget us when you blow up.
I'm remember all the bad things that they said about me. Remember, tip your local bartenders and your local delivery drivers.
Nice.
Black Lives Matter. Stay safe out there. Sports bike. And Jamal Crawford's going to go off for like 45 points in one of these games. I don't know which one, but it will happen.
We somewhat like to see it.
We'll catch y'all next week.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion.